Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness Exercises. I am Sarah Mai, and I believe we are now, now that I've got this all set up, now streaming live on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and LinkedIn, and also streaming live on my own Instagram, Baha Surf Yoga. So thank you everyone for being here with us today with mindfulness exercises. And I thought we would do a brief meditation on loving awareness. But before we begin, it would be wonderful if you would just type in the comments where you are tuning in from, where in the world you're tuning in from. I am here in beautiful Todos Santos in southern Baja in Mexico at the Modern Elder Academy, where I'm teaching yoga and meditation for the week. And it is sunny here and beautiful. It's early in the morning. So I'd love to hear where you're listening in from. And it's not only because I'm curious, but because I think that when we do these live online meditations, it's really nice to know that we're never alone in our practice, right? We are never alone in our practice. And even right here, right now, we are joined by people from all over the world. So I'm seeing already on YouTube, we have people listening from Thailand, on LinkedIn, from Qatar. We have people from all over the US on Facebook and YouTube, and a Canadian on YouTube as well. So it's nice to know that like every time we sit down to our practice, we are part of this community of fellow meditators, right? And that we're never practicing alone, right? People from Oman, yeah, United States and Maryland and Florida. So welcome to everyone. So I thought that yeah, we would practice today on loving kindness, and I'll talk about it more afterwards. But basically, before we begin, the general intention this morning, we all know when we bring mindfulness and awareness and attention to our present moment, to this experience, that we're not merely bringing awareness, but we want to bring a loving awareness, right? We want to bring a caring and kind and tender curiosity, attentiveness to our present moment experience, right? So that's what we're going to practice today. And it is a practice. So if you're not already in a place where you can feel safe and let yourself be still and quiet for a moment, then hopefully we can put ourselves in that space. Otherwise, I invite you to just, whether standing or seated or lying down, find a posture that balances a sense of comfort and ease with a little sense of wakefulness, alertness, right? So maybe that's a comfortable posture, but with a nice tall and upright spine. Maybe taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just settling into this moment, this space, right here and right now. And then opening to this space and to this moment with all of the senses. Opening sense awareness. And so, whether the eyes are opened or closed, perhaps noticing what's arising as a visual or what the quality of light in this space is like. Noticing what sounds are present right here and right now. What sounds are calling us in and inviting us to be aware that here we are at this moment in time. Noticing if there's any smells at this particular place and time. Maybe swallowing or moving the tongue around in the mouth a little bit and just noticing what tastes are present. What does this moment taste like? Opening to the sensations of this moment, maybe the sense of temperature on the skin. Some parts warm, some parts cool. Maybe aware of clothing against the skin, the movement of air or the weight of the body, making contact with the earth, the ground. But as we open all of the senses and take in what is true about this present moment experience, not merely offering our attention and awareness, but what would it feel like in the body? What does it feel like in the body to offer this moment a loving awareness? To notice all that is arising with a kindness, a sense of care and tenderness, offering this moment a bit of grace. Not constricting this moment by labeling anything as good or bad, right or wrong, wanted or unwanted. But staying open, allowing for the fullness of this moment, allowing for nuance, allowing for contradiction perhaps, with a kind and loving and spacious awareness. Letting this moment be just as it is. Letting this moment unfold as it wants to, as it's meant to. And then turning our awareness from this space, this place, in towards the body itself, towards the inner experience of the body. Observing sensation in the body, opening to whatever energy is present in the body. And with this too, not merely noticing, but noticing with a gentleness, noticing with care, bringing a loving awareness to our experience. Bringing loving awareness to what is felt by the body. Right here and right now. With a loving awareness, we don't need this experience to be any one way. Love can appreciate what is pleasant without attaching to it, without craving, without grasping. Love can recognize and be present with what is unpleasant, without avoiding, without aversion, without pushing it away. What would it feel like? What does it feel like to meet this moment from the heart space, grounded and rooted and stable in loving awareness? As we open to what's here, what does it feel like to open from the heart to take in what is seen, not from the eyes and the head, but to look from the heart, to take in what is heard, what is smelled, what is tasted, all of the senses, what is sensed in this moment, to take it in from the heart space versus the head space. Practicing meeting this moment, not merely with awareness, but with a loving awareness. Meeting this moment just as it is. Bringing this kind and caring and gentle curiosity to this present experience. It's like this now. It is okay, and I am okay. And then perhaps just taking a few more deep, full breaths. Letting those deeper, fuller breaths bring you back into the body again. Sensing again the connection between your body and the supportive structure underneath you. Present with the space all around you. And then just opening your eyes, gently letting go of the practice of the meditation. As you're ready, and hopefully carrying this sense of loving presence, loving awareness with you into the rest of your day. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for practicing alongside me and alongside all others who are joining us on mindfulness exercises, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram. Thank you for your comments and for typing in the chat where you are listening from so that we all are a little more aware that we are not alone in our practice and we are joined here by meditators from all over the world. If anyone has a question about the practice that we did this morning or just a comment, I would love to hear it. You can type it in the comments. I see on Instagram someone said, I love getting into quiet the mind and getting into the heart space. Yes. So important to practice, to carve out time, to practice getting into the heart space, because as we all know, we tend to live from, move from the head space, right? And so, this idea of becoming more mindful, becoming more aware, when we are living in the headspace, moving from the headspace, acting in the world from the headspace. We might be very aware, but we tend to imbue our awareness with a bit of self-criticism, right? A bit of judgment, right? We bring this awareness to our experience in which we are, perhaps very aware of all the things that could be improved upon, right? We do this with the world and the space and the people around us. We do this with ourselves, right? We're very good at noticing what we would like to fix or change, right? And I think we do this, oftentimes from a place of good intentions, right? We want to better ourselves, we want to better the world, um, but we are fighting against, we are working against the possibility, the potential for contentment, right? When we're always in this very hypercritical mode and wanting to change, to fix, right? If only this moment could be different, then then I could be happy. Then I could be content, then I would be feel better or be a better person somehow, right? But when we bring not merely this headspace awareness, but the heart space awareness, the loving awareness, the kind awareness, the caring awareness to our experience, we're bringing more spaciousness to our experience, a greater sense of acceptance to our experience, and I want to be clear that that acceptance is not, I have to, love this experience. I have to like this experience. I have to, only be positive about this experience. But we bring acceptance in terms of recognizing what's real about this experience, right? And if we can meet this experience from the heart space with a loving awareness, then we can meet this experience as it is. And from this meeting reality with an openness, with a spaciousness, we give this experience more room to grow, to change, to unfold as it wants to, right? We're not locking down and constricting the energy of this moment by grasping onto, attaching to what it is that we like about this moment, nor are we labeling this moment as wrong or bad or unwanted, right? Locking it down in that way, by perhaps avoiding or pushing it away, right? We're meeting this moment with an open heart, and in that open heart, right? Both of those words are equally important here. There's a spaciousness that allows this moment to unfold, just as it needs to, just as it wants to, just as it is meant to. And there's a heartfulness that lets us meet this moment from a place of care and gentleness and tenderness and love. And we can really more skillfully and beneficially decide, then how do I behave in this moment? Then how do I act in this moment, right? When I'm coming from that heart space, right? So thank you guys so much. I see some wonderful comments of gratitude in the comments. Yeah, I love. Someone says, "Love how you incorporate the senses." Yeah, so important to, again, bringing in the senses is about not meeting this moment from the headspace, not, our awareness, our mindfulness is not, what do I think about this moment? But it's coming from the body, coming from the heart, right? Meeting this moment with all of the senses, soaking it in, taking in what's really here, versus what do I think about what is here, right? But moving from the body and moving from the heart space. So if you want to continue practicing this throughout the week, I invite you to do so. Again, just open the senses, check in with the body, check in with what's here and what's present, and then just ask yourself, what would it feel like to bring not just an awareness, but a heartful awareness, a loving awareness, a kind, a gentle, a tender awareness, whatever word works for you. What does it feel like to meet this moment with that type of awareness, right? An awareness that has the characteristics of spaciousness and love. So, thank you guys so much. This practice will remain posted on mindfulness exercises on Facebook and LinkedIn and on YouTube, so you can return to it as many times as you'd like to. And I hope that you might also share it with others. So have a wonderful day, and may you meet each moment with kindness and spaciousness and love. Bye-bye.